Nsanso Emma Obi biara akwaba bi med by channel kesi eso obusua unya subscribe ya mesro na unya subscribe button no eso e aman na de ekoso e oman kronkron Ghana no ye ba ebeje bituma wo so wonya bi no ahwe no nsira betu e wanamo ye de yeni akire nsam no emu ana chese ye NPP amanyokuo no camp na chese nsema horo na ebubo efiri ehonum e ba na chese campaign ahoro na ekoso na chese eye Dr.Bawumia camp no campaign ekoso e wo honum na chese eye Kennedy Agyapong so camp eye campaign ekoso e wo honum na chese enye asanketo akra na chese NDC amanyokuo no enim adekodi o mahyehyɛ ato honum se ebe ombeye amane sininti no omo adimrika akwa kire NPP amanyokuo ni se so mo ye strategical omo nto aba no emfama ye Dr.Bawumia na omo nkotuma Kennedy Agyapong ana che se enu na NPP amanyokuo no ete ya omo si dabi nsam we a na che se ye nkrofo we eka no entrimpo bi o mahyehyɛ ato honum pa ompese omde ba edibe wini 2026 elections no enye asanketo akra I mean 2028 elections na necessary enye asanketo akra na busua nsema horo na ebobo efi honum aba na tse mense umre no yebeko akwakoji enchi
Dr.Bawumia. I mean, the honest truth is that having served as vice president for that long, having been the running mate for that long, and having lost an election, I beg your pardon, he's likely to carry favor with MPP delegates, purely born out of sympathy. The fact that he's made some efforts, so let us push him so that he's able to add a bit more effort to win the election. So that, for me, is really not an issue. It won't be surprising that he emerges. The last time round, when he had all the establishment backing him, he clawed just above 60% or so. This time, he does not appear to have the backing of the establishment. And I've said it here before. They may deny it, but everything indicates that he doesn't have the support of President Akufo-Addo either. Because you see key Akufo-Addo supporters who are extremely loyal and are currently even working around President Akufo-Addo, even in his capacity as former president, supporting Brian Achampong. So it gives indication that perhaps the establishment support is elsewhere. But I still think that he will sail through. What remains to be seen is the margin by which he would win. I heard, as I walked in, I heard Manje Bruce recite a litany of what he believes to be Dr. Bawumia's attributes. But exactly, see, all of that doesn't matter in an election, trust me. Because all the qualities that Manje Bruce listed, and all the qualities that my brother here would have listed about him, and what his supporters will say about him, you can find in 1,001 people in Ghana. So those qualities don't set him apart from anybody else who wants to contest elections. The defining thing for the electorate, and you see, the Ghanaian electorate, as is the case with every electorate everywhere in the world, are rational decision makers. When they go to the polls to vote, they vote because of something. 99.9% of those who go and vote do not have any personal affiliation or connection with the people contesting elections. They don't know them. They are not their family members. They are not their friends. They may not even have seen them before. What defines their decision making is what they expect will be the outcome of that decision. And we have seen Dr. Bawumia before. They touted his credentials. Indeed, they attribute every policy implemented by the MPP government to him. They said that he implemented 33 policies. Is that not the case? But it's when you put all of those together, the outcome was that they bankrupted the economy. We couldn't pay our debt. Our currency nosedived. There was extreme hardships. They couldn't pay bondholders. We defaulted on our debts. The economy was in a mess. Cost of living was high. People were suffering. And in the particular case of Dr. Bawumia, he is the one that the MPP used to front their economic campaign. So everybody knows that he was the man responsible for running the economy. Indeed, that is what President Akufo-Addo told the people of Ghana. Because around 2018 or so, when they thought that there were some economic achievements to talk about, President Akufo-Addo, and I believe my brother was in parliament at the time, 2017, State of the Nation address, President Akufo-Addo categorically... I was then not in parliament. Okay, sorry about that. President Akufo-Addo, but there's a house of record, so you will find it when you go into the Hazard. President Akufo-Addo categorically stated that whatever economic gains had been achieved at the time was due to the brilliance of Dr. Bawumia. So when the economist turns out, it is Dr. Bawumia who will carry the can, and that is what Ghanaians associate him with. So when he appears on the ballot as the MPP candidate, all that Ghanaians will do will be to compare their living conditions, their living standards, what they are going through, the state of the economy, with what Dr. Bawumia bequeathed them. And I have said it before and I'll repeat it. For as long as this economy does better than what Dr. Bawumia superintended, I do not see how Ghanaians will entrust him with power, because what will be the basis for doing so? Especially when voters are rational decision. You forget about the, what do you call it? The hardcore party supporters, NDC, MPP. There's an unfortunate saying that we politicians like to bandy about, even if you put a goat here, we'll vote for him. It's the most unfortunate, because it tends to denigrate and belittle the capacity of voters. It's the most unfortunate thing.
Yes.
But I guess the meaning is that people are loyal to political parties. And even the MPP themselves are saying that, oh, they have about 2 million supporters who didn't show up to vote. I could say, why would 2 million MPP supporters not show up to vote? If indeed the MPP had so performed that living conditions were great, the MPP supporters were feeling good about themselves, why would they not go out and vote? Even if we were to accept, I dispute that, but even if we were to accept at face value what they are saying, it means that their own supporters were disappointed in their performance. So they didn't go out to vote for them. That is, if you accept the narrative that they are trying to churn out. So how do you then expect those who do not belong to the MPP to react to Dr. Bawumia if he appears on the ballot? So whereas he is the strongest contender in the current MPP internal primaries, he would also be their biggest weakness going into any election that he contests, for as long as the economy does better than what he inherited. So it is a calculus that MPP delegates must factor in. Sometimes emotions trump sound reasoning. We are human, so sometimes emotions get the better part of us. Sympathy can get the better part of us. But if you are an NDC MPP strategist and you wish the party well, and you take an objective position in terms of designing a strategy that will best suit the MPP and deliver victory, you must think about this carefully. Whether or not he best represents your aspirations, given the circumstances that prevail currently. It is not an easy thing to do for many people. But somebody in the MPP must be doing some thinking and analyzing what the stakes may be. The truth is that if you brought, and I'm not a fan of Kennedy Agyapong, but trust me, Akwesi, I'm not campaigning for him. He has his own flaws. But the point is that if Kennedy Agyapong was a candidate, there are things you could hold against Dr. Bawumia that you cannot hold against him. At the very least, he is on record to have publicly disagreed and criticized his own party over some of the economic policies. He has that on record. Dr. Bawumia, on the other hand, was vociferously defending that record and projecting it as reason why he should be voted for. So whereas Kennedy Agyapong can distance himself from the poor MP performance, Dr. Bawumia cannot.
But what would he campaign on?
No. It doesn't matter. You see, he can campaign on his own steam. And I'm talking political strategy. He can campaign on his own steam. He can say. No.
Strategize for us.
No, I'm not strategizing for you. You see, let me finish.
If Kennedy Agyapong wins the 2028 elections, will be a foregone conclusion for you.
Oh, I'm saying that they want. Let me finish. No, but if you see, if you let me land, because of the time, let me land, please. You had your say when I was there. You see, I'm not campaigning for anybody. I'm telling you what the objective reality is. I'm not the one who will choose an MPP candidate, but I'm telling you that if anybody was doing serious strategizing in the MPP, they will factor these in. Who best represents our interests at the ballot, not the brouhaha and the excitement that surrounds internal primaries. Dr. Bawumia's record is abysmal. He cannot take it to the market. That is the honest truth. The average Ghanaian who today has seen a reduction in the cost of living, and there's an empirical basis for it. At the very least, when he goes to the pump, he buys fuel much cheaper than he did under the MPP. The businessman who gets dollars at a cheaper rate now than the MPP, what business would he have voting for somebody who took the dollar to 17 cedis on the forex market? Why would they vote for somebody like that? Who would want to choose a worse situation over a better situation when the evidence is glaring? But if you bring others, they may be able to say that we disagreed with this. I wasn't part of this. My record shows that I even, at the time we were in power, told my people that they were on the wrong path. They didn't listen to me. Not that in itself will carry you. Because ultimately, the decision to vote for a party or one party or the other is premised and Ghanaians have shown it, on what they believe to be the state of their welfare. It is economic reasons that have informed every change in government, even including military coup d'etats. Why? When Agyapong overthrew Buzia, what was the reason? Agyapong himself, when he was overthrown, what was the reason? Wasn't about economic hardships. So even military regimes have trumpeted economic hardship